Merry Christmas, people. Welcome back to another very exciting episode of your #1 entertainment recap show, VIbez, with yours truly, Joyce Ewudage. All through the year, I have served you with some of the hottest, trendiest gist in the world of showbiz. I mean, from new music to movies, award shows, celebrity weddings, nasty breakups, social media fights, all of it, you name it. Now, on this special Christmas episode, we're going to be highlighting some of the major showbiz moments that shaped the year 2020. Let's have a look.
So the year 2020 hit us like a whirlwind. Each month came with twists and turns. Billions of people across the world had never seen a year like this. A year in which a pandemic literally shut down the entire world. Confusion about the virus that will become known as COVID-19 led to restrictions that changed life as we know it, and the most important thing became to survive. Every sector of the economy was significantly hit by this new reality, including showbiz. Now, this meant no more concerts, movie premieres on the big screens, as all forms of mass social gathering had to be stopped. But the music never really stopped. People instead showed resilience, more creativity, and connected virtually through online concerts, parties, award shows, and even TikTok challenges. 2020 may have denied fashionistas across the world their most anticipated events, from the Paris Fashion Week to the New York Fashion Week, but it witnessed the first ever online 3D animated runway show, which was mind-blowing. Staying with fashion and lifestyle trends, the new reality meant items such as face masks and gloves that once were strictly for medical purposes slowly became an inevitable daily accessory. And what better way is there to wear them than with style? Then there came the lawbreakers. I mean, those who breached some of the COVID-19 guidelines either by hosting parties or concerts. Somehow, the law found them.
So Naira Marley came in here before the lockdown.
The lockdown also came with a rise in cases of sexual harassment in some parts of the world, especially Nigeria. This reinvigorated the Me Too trend, with many top public figures being caught in the web. Apart from Weinstein, who had been found guilty after nearly 80 women raised allegations against him, the rest mostly ended up as social media banter, with the accused denying the allegations. One issue synonymous with showbiz seemed untouched all year long, and that is the never-ending drama. There was also a lot of relationship drama, from Tonto DK and Churchill to Toke Makinwa and Maje Aida, Chacha AK and Austin Fanny. On the foreign scene, there was also Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and the trend-shaking Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina entanglement that brought her husband Will to her red table talk with a complimentary red face. Away from relationship drama, 2020 was the year that Nigerian dancehall queen Cynthia Morgan returned to the music scene years after her fallout with manager Jude Okoye. It was also the year that socialite and Instagram big boy Raymond Igbalode, aka Hush Puppy, was arrested in the United Arab Emirates after himself and his crew were said to have been responsible for scams amounting to 1.6 billion dirhams, which is over $400 million US.
Hello, good day everybody. Ade herself reporting all the way from China's 2020.
Popular social media sensation Ade herself was also arrested after she was alleged to have been the face behind a fraud syndicate. Still on some trend-shaking stories, Kanye West was always in the news, especially for his rants on Twitter. One major moment, however, was when he urinated on a Grammy Award as he criticized music labels over their ownership of rights to artists' music. The twist also touched on private family matters, which had many questioning the state of his mental health. Meanwhile, he also had his eyes on the White House, but later conceded after his self-styled birthday party claimed just 60,000 votes. As Kanye battled to steal a bit of the Twitter spotlight from US President Donald Trump, young Nigerian star Rema took time out to rock Twitter Kanye style back home. In September, he had an emotional outpour where he had touched on a number of issues, from critics of his music to management, unrequited love, stealing a laptop back in the day, and even his late brother. The outburst sparked concerns about his health and safety. Thankfully, it appears he's all good now. Another major personality that dominated the trends and searches in 2020 was actress Rahama Sadao, who came under fire after she posted a back-bearing photo of herself. Many Northerners kicked against the photos, saying it was an insult to Islam and could even attract a death penalty at the Sharia court. Well, thankfully, the dust has subsided and Rahama is still very much alive and safe. As powerful and show-stopping as the pandemic was, its dominance was threatened a couple of times by social issues. One of those issues was racism. Protests broke out in the US in May after yet another black man, George Floyd, was murdered by a white police officer in an absolutely heart-rending way. The incident sparked a global conversation around the age-long issues of racism, white supremacy, and police brutality. Over here in Nigeria, nationwide protests also broke out in October against police brutality and the atrocities caused by the Police Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) unit of the police force. The protest, backed by many celebrities both out in the streets and on social media, demanded an end to police brutality and called for government reforms. It would turn tragic with the killings of protesters in some states. The height of it all was the Lekki shooting, which sparked global outrage and left many Nigerians demanding justice till this day. The arrest of fast-rising stars Tems and Omale in Uganda was another controversial moment. They were arrested after breaching COVID-19 protocols while performing at an event. However, after so much outcry and the intervention of the Nigerian government, both artists were released days later.
Why you wanna try me? Yeah, try me.
2020 was also the year of some painful losses. In spite of the tragedy and the uncertainty the year hit us with, there were some feel-good vibes sprinkled throughout. We had God-when moments such as when billionaire businessman Femi Otedola bought 3 Ferraris for his daughters Tolani, Temi and Florence, aka DJ Copy. 10-year-old comedian Emanuela also bought a house for her mother, a moment that left fans awestruck. A recap of the year cannot be complete without trend shaker Big Brother Naija. After weeks of endless drama, Olamilekon Agbeleche aka Lekon took home the grand prize worth 85 million naira. Beyond online concerts and versus battles, like we said, the music never really stopped. And during the year, some of Nigeria's biggest stars blessed fans with fine bodies of work. Tiwa Savage dropped her 3rd studio album titled Celia. Burna Boy came with double the energy from his previous album to give us twice as tall, for which he has been nominated for another Grammy. Davido, despite the troubles of the year, came out with a better time. Wizkid finally came through with his Made in Lagos album. Olamide dropped Carpe Diem. Tems, as usual, gave us soulful vibes with For Broken Ears, while Timaya said it was all about gratitude.
When it's gratitude time, we don't send nobody.
There were also a couple of singles here and there, but you will agree that some of the biggest jams of 2020 all came from these albums. Singles that made big splashes include Simi's Duduke and Davido's Femme. Beyond the massive airplay and circulation they received, TikTok creators sure had mad fun with them. In the world of movies, some of the most anticipated and talked about films this year included the critically acclaimed Sex for Grades film Citation and Oloture, which also took a deep look into the sex trafficking trade. There were also some Nollywood classic remakes such as Rattlesnake and Nneka the Pretty Serpent. The Milkmaid was also one of the top movies of 2020. The movie tackles the theme of religious extremism in rural sub-Saharan Africa and was Nigeria's official submission for the 93rd Academy Awards in the International Feature Film category of the Oscars. On the foreign scene, Miracle in Cell Number 7, Disney's live-action remake of Milan, and the plaudits as well as controversy that followed its release, series like Money Heist and Queen Sono gave movie lovers a bit of an escape from the brutality of life during a pandemic.
What a year it has been, and above everything else, we're thankful that we are here and kicking it. Also, I'm giving a huge shout out to those of you who have been following the show up until this point. Thank you very much for your love and your support, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas. See you in the new year.